Hey sis, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to talk about how I went from super duper skinny to curvy. Okay, now before I start this video, I do want to give off a mini disclaimer that everybody's body is different, so everybody's results will look different. Your results won't look like mine, my results won't look like yours, my results won't look like someone else's. Everybody's body and genetics are different. Everybody's body is built up differently, but there is a way you could build up muscle and tone in a way where it makes you look curvier. And I just want to talk about how I did it personally, and maybe these tips will help you give it a try and see how it works for you. So let's just jump right into this video. So the first thing I did, I want to start off with the workouts I did. Okay, so there's this real negative thing that people say all the time about cardio, where they say that, you know, cardio is going to mess with your gains, or whenever they're trying to get curvy they don't do cardio. And honestly, personally, I feel like that's the worst thing to not do, is to not do cardio. You should always, in my opinion, incorporate cardio into your routine, not only because it makes your body look good, also it's great for your heart health. I always choose heart health over the quote-unquote look of it. And there's a way you can do cardio where your gains won't be gone, and it actually helps your gains, and that is body weight cardio. Now, when I was doing like treadmills or running on a treadmill, it helped my body, it did. But if you're looking to, like, you know, keep your curves, or if you're trying to gain, I always recommend body weight cardio. Some examples of body weight cardio, it's on my page, of course, I post them daily, but I can tell you guys some examples are jumping jacks, squat jumps, where you jump into the squat and you keep doing that, high knees, invisible jump rope or jump rope if you have that. Those are all body weight workouts, and I literally do those in circuits. So I do 4 sets of 10 if I'm just starting out, and then if I want to like add it more into my routine, if I'm, you know, trying to do more and more cardio, I'll do like 10 sets of 10 sometimes. But I always recommend 4 sets of 10, and to start, if you're trying to, you know, gain and you're trying to keep your curves, quote unquote, it's good to start off with 4 sets of 10. Now, jump squats, of course, that might be hard on your heavy on your legs, so I don't recommend doing those every single day. But jumping jacks, high knees, and invisible jump ropes, those are great forms of cardio that also helps build muscle in your lower half. It helped me build my leg muscles so much, and it doesn't look too bulky to me, and I really like the way it looks. That was like a game changer for me. Once I started doing body weight cardio, 10 out of 10. I feel like my body just did amazing. Now we got the cardio out the way. Workouts. So I'm not gonna really talk much about the upper body workouts, because I feel like that's like self-explanatory a little bit. Like, just like when I do upper body, I did a lot of body weight workouts or dumbbell workouts. It's really your preference. But lower body, the 3 main movements, you could do the same 3 movements every leg day and you'll still be fine. The 3 main movements I did was squats, hip thrusts, lunges, any form of lunges. Bulgarian split squats, in my opinion, is still a form of a lunge, in my opinion, because I feel like it works the same muscle. But you could do, like I said, Bulgarian split squats / lunges, squats, hip thrusts. Those are the 3 main movements that I feel like are the best for booty growth and just your natural curves all together. So also I did like a lot of you know, if I wanted to like warm up my glutes, I did like body weight glutes, where I did like donkey kicks, fire hydrants, glute bridges on the floor without weights. But I incorporated weights into my routine. Now, if you don't have any dumbbells at home or any weights at home, because like I said, I did this from home. If you're working out from home and don't have weights, you could do stuff like use stuff from around the house. So like, let's say you have a water bottle, or like there's stuff that weighs something. All you gotta do is pick that up, squat with it. Okay, that is a weight in itself. You know, we can do this with saving money. Cause a lot of the times people don't want to spend money on gym memberships. People don't want to spend money on gym equipment, because nowadays everything is super expensive anyways. But there are always ways that you can, you know, compromise, and you can find other alternatives in doing it. Okay, it's never an excuse. Okay, so never say, oh, it's too expensive, because there's always an alternative. You could always pick up something from your house that weighs something. Anybody has something that weighs something. Even a pillow weighs something. Pick up something that weighs something and use that as a form of weights. Okay, I was training my lower half 3 times a week, so every other day. Or like I said, because after the first leg day, your legs are probably going to be sore. So sometimes if my legs are still sore the day, like the 2 days after, I'll take another rest day from doing legs. I'm not playing about that. Like, if my legs are still sore, I'm not doing legs again. That's just my personal opinion, because I don't want to overwork my muscle. And I feel like I actually got curvier when I wasn't overworking my muscle, and I was letting myself rest in between. While I was still working out, I still let myself rest, you know. But now that that's out the way, let's talk about meals. Now, before we get into the meal part, I want to say make sure you're eating 3 meals, at least 3 meals a day, okay? Because you're working out regardless, and like I said, incorporating cardio is going to make you naturally more hungry, so you're naturally going to eat more. You see what I'm saying? Cardio is for you, is what you need to be adding in. Like eating more. I feel like a lot of us are scared to eat because we feel like, oh, we're gonna get big. That's why I feel like cardio is so good, because when I was eating more and I was still doing cardio, low-key the weight went to my thighs and my hips. It did not really go to my stomach. And when I say the weight went to my thighs and my hip, it wasn't like a sloppy look. It looks like nice and toned, and like it just looks good. It looks good. You guys see it. It just looks good to me. I think it looks very, very good. So like I said, 3 meals a day. I always say the same things, and I feel like I'm never gonna stop. Breakfast, turkey bacon, eggs, or I say you could do pancakes. They have like protein pancakes. You could do pancakes. I was doing pancakes. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I was doing pancakes as well. I still do pancakes sometimes, but space it out. Like some days do pancakes, some days do the different breakfast choices. You don't want to do pancakes every single day, because that still is a lot of sugar. The next thing, when I would like some lunch ideas, I would say maybe like fish, anything baked with a side of veggies. So any baked protein with a side of veggies and some carbs on the side. So rice, salmon with some string beans, that would be considered a full meal. Or chicken salad even. Though that could go for lunch or dinner. Let's say that's lunch and dinner. So like I said, baked protein, side of veggies, side of a carb, any type of carb. I always recommend brown rice over like regular rice. If you like, I say you could do regular rice, but try not to do it every single day. Try adding in other type of carbs. Sweet potatoes are good too, those type of things, you know. Also, you could snack in between your meals, of course. I like to do it. I did a lot of yogurt. I'm not gonna lie, I did plantain chips. I know that's not like the best for you, but I don't know, I like the chips, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to healthy snacks, I'm not really like an expert at that, because I'm one to tell you, like, if I want a snack, I'm gonna eat a snack. I don't care. So my thing is, I always just say I don't overdo it if I do it, but I'm not gonna restrict myself from eating certain things I want to eat. I'm just gonna not overdo it, you know. So now that all the good stuff, the hard stuff is out the way, this part is actually a little bit hard too, but you have to have the mindset for it, like consistency. I say this in every single video, but it really is about consistency and knowing that results are not going to just come overnight. And also that, like I said in the beginning, your genes play a part in it, and everybody's body is different. So kill that thought in your head where you're looking at someone else's body and saying that that's what you want, because nobody's body is exactly the same. Nobody. So if you're looking at someone else saying that's how you want to look or that's what you want, it's not going to happen, because you can't look exactly like somebody else. It doesn't matter how similar your body types are, you can't be similar. Like, it's not gonna be exact, you know what I'm saying? So really be easy on yourself, and just understand that consistency is key. As long as I'm moving my body, as long as I'm putting in the work and the effort, I could do anything I put my mind to, and I could get the results that I want to get. Okay, so I really hope this video helped. That is really what I did to, you know, get curvier and tone up my body in 2 months. Now, like I said, don't put a time frame on yourself. I'm just saying how long it took me to start seeing results. So of course, I feel like as I kept going, the results started showing more, but in 2 months is when I really saw results like for real. So yeah, I hope that video helped you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.